Shelby Oaks is a horror film directed by Chris Stuckmann. If you're unfamiliar, in YouTube circles, he's kind of famous because at one point he was the #1 movie critic on YouTube with over 2 million subs still. He is so legitimate that he's on Rotten Tomatoes. He's actually like a legit film critic. He's gotten that big. And a couple years ago, he crowdfunded he wanted to make a found footage horror film called Shelby Oaks. So he was able to raise a little over $1 million, and then he changed the way he did his reviews, where he doesn't do ratings anymore. So it felt kind of pretentious because he doesn't want to have negative reviews on his channel because he's a filmmaker. He wants to be in a positive space or whatever, but it ended up kind of a lot of blowback because people thought he was being a coward or whatever. Either way, let's talk about the movie. It starts off found footage. We're following some news footage and some sort of exposition collection of stuff of the paranormal paranoids. They were a group of 4 young adults who did a paranormal show, and they disappeared after one episode in a prison, and it became a media sensation for a little bit. But then 12 years later, Riley Brennan's sister Mia Walker Brennan, she basically got married and then sort of put a stall in her own life in order to keep searching for her sister. So she's doing a sort of documentary until she gets a tape that gives her a clue to the disappearance of her sister. Her sister has some sort of ability with like the spirits and stuff, so there might be a demon after her, and that's kind of the thing. The biggest critique I have about this movie is that it's not a found footage film. It's I don't know what happened, but basically this movie originally came out in 2024 at Fantastic Fest, and I guess it was sort of mixed reviews. People said it was okay. So Neon and Mike Flanagan, who's a mentor of Chris Stuckmann, decided to double the budget and reshoot, add more gore, more scares, make it polished, and then I don't know if that was a good idea because the whole movie is basically not a found footage movie anymore. The first like 20 minutes is like exposition, sort of introduces the concept of the whole movie, but then we just cut to a regular drama about a woman dealing with her husband and trying to do research and stuff. And I don't know what they reshot, to be honest, because I know Keith David, he plays like a prison warden, and she talks to him. So like that one, I don't know what they reshot, but if they didn't reshoot and make most of the movie not found footage, I don't like that, because the found footage is not really a found footage movie. You're just, only like 20% of the movie's found footage. So the rest of it is just normal drama, her doing investigative stuff. I was waiting for her to contact the documentary filmmaker. They could go do a little adventure. I thought that would be the finale, but no. Instead, we get a kind of different kind of movie. They kind of dip into the occult and demons and stuff. It turns into Hereditary, basically. And it's okay. Overall, the opening's kind of strong. The middle's kind of saggy. Ending's kind of underwhelming, to be honest. Creepy moments. I think maybe because the movie's very literal. Like literally, you see the demon just walking around, and he's just like there, and he's not like a force that's sort of like pulling the strings. He's literally just there. So, a bit of a artistic choice, but either way, I found the movie to be overall very underwhelming. I got some goosebumps at the beginning of the film. There's some creepy set pieces in the forest that are great for the first half. Felt the second half was kind of weak, to be honest. I wasn't expecting much, but I thought, by bulking up the budget, I thought the movie would get better, but most of the movie is just her walking around investigating stuff. It's not very interesting. I wanted the found footage aspect. So overall, Shelby Oaks is okay, and I gave it a 5.5 out of 10.